Is the market rally fake or is it real? Is it a real rally? Are we actually going to continue on the trajectory that we've been on for the entire year and move on forward? Well, if there's one thing I've learned in this market, guys, follow the charts. Follow the charts religiously. Forget about the news and all the stuff going on around. And, well, gut feel is important. Don't just go with gut feel. Trade what it's showing you on the chart right now and follow that, because that's what's going to take you further. That's what's going to take your trade to the next level. And just keep your stop loss and manage your risk. We're going to go to the charts and we're going to have a look at how the markets have done in the last week and how we think they're going to do next week. We'll have a look at a couple of indexes, we'll have a look at a couple of Forex trades, and we'll also have a look at the commodities as usual, so that you can get a picture of kind of where we're going next week and what it looks like and how the markets are, as we do every weekend now. I'm doing this every weekend so that we can see how we're going. In the near future, I'm thinking of starting a live trading scenario. I'd like to know for you guys what day would be the best for you and how you feel about it, but I'm waiting till we get a lot more subscribers before I really get into this, and I still have to figure out the best way to handle the technology, but we're going to get to that. That's going to be exciting and that's going to be a bit of fun. Maybe we'll do a prop firm challenge or something like that just to make it even more exciting. But for now, we're just looking at the trades that we've had in the last week, and we're looking at the trades that are ahead next week and where the market might be going, because it has been an interesting week. Is it a V-shaped recovery or is it a fake rally? Let's have a look at that and let's see. Before we go to the charts, guys, just remember trading is risky and 80% of traders do lose money. So if you don't want to lose money, you shouldn't be trading. And if you don't like risk, you shouldn't be trading as well. Just, a thought, maybe important. And then while you're here, drop down to the description and don't forget to pick up your free Forex book. And remember, Trade of the Day is always there on the blog every day. For the members who join, they get a video and they get a little bit extra. And I'm also going to put a series together on actual trading step by step, which hasn't come out yet, but it will. It'll be in the members area as well. So guys, let's go and have a look at the charts and let's go and see what the markets look like next week. Right, let's see if we've got a fake rally or if we've got a real rally. But if I look at the charts, guys, and as I said to you a few moments ago, you've got to look at the charts and take it at face value. And if I look at this chart, this is the US 500. It's broken through a resistance level. There is a little bit more resistance at this level, a little bit higher, and you could be sitting with a double top here. So just be very careful. So what you've got to watch out for here is if it comes back into this level and goes back out in a straight line, then we're looking at a long trade. But if it doesn't do that and it decides to break back through here, be very careful. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to show you right now. If you look at this and you look at what you've got here, while it has broken through this trend and while it has broken through this resistance, you could actually move this resistance up a little bit to this level here, which is just a little bit higher. And that would depict that it's actually still in that area. So just be a little bit aware of that scenario, because there is a top here and there is a top over here as well. So there's it's almost thickened the area a little bit, giving you a slightly higher resistance level. So just be very careful of this scenario right here. I'd actually wait for it to break a little bit higher before taking a long trade on this. And just remember, the high is just up here, so it's not far away. So your risk to reward could be pretty poor at this level. So look at what the charts are telling you. There's a really good chance that this could be a double top, and double tops tend to go downwards. So just bear that in mind on the US 500. But as the charts are calling it at the moment, the charts are calling it long. But is it a fake rally? Is this a V-shaped recovery or is this a fake rally? We have to be careful of that. I would like to see it break this level for the simple reason that that means it's totally broken the structure completely, and also there's no more double top. So watch out for that particular scenario. If we go and look at the DAX is also a fine product to have a look at and see where things are. I was expecting it to go short off this level. It hasn't. It has closed the gap and gone long, and there's a big green candle showing that it's a long trade. So once again, follow the charts. The DAX is long at this moment, but similar scenario. If you look at this, look at the trend line running down here, there's a very good chance that this could end right here and start going back downwards. So be a little bit cautious of that. Before I take a long here, I'd be sort of aiming towards maybe letting it just break through this trend resistance level and maybe take it on that side of the trend resistance level, giving me a nice trade. But if you took a long out of here, no fault, it's a good trade, and it might just go all the way up to the main resistance at the top here. The markets are a little bullish at the moment. Everybody seems to be quite happy, so follow the money. Just follow the money, but manage your risk and keep your stop losses close to heart, because you're going to need to put your stop loss below this now, what is now a support level. You're going to have to put your stop loss down here. Don't forget that. So is the risk to reward okay? Look, if it bounces off this trend resistance, that's a bit of a problem. But if it goes through that, you're looking at a good long trade. Let's have a look at a couple of currencies. The euro US dollar has been a biggie recently, and it has done some interesting things. We can clearly see that it broke through the resistance again. It's gone up, it's come back to retest, and now it's going long. So for me, the euro US dollar remains bullish for now, and I think you can still get a nice long trade out of her. And even on the trend resistance, you've got a nice long trade coming up off of here. So euro US dollar, pretty long. Let's have a look at the euro Great British Pound, see what that looks like. The euro Great British Pound, okay, let's take it to the day chart as we always do, and let's take a level off the day chart and see what we've got on the euro Great British Pound and see. Let's have a look at, there's a bit of support there, so let's draw some support in. Okay, there's some support at this level. Even though there's a one slightly lower, there is support at this level. So you can look at this support. There is another support further down if you want to use it. Not necessary, but if you want to use that support, that'll be your main support on the day. And how about a bit of resistance? Let's have a look. Where's the main resistance appears to be in this area here. Okay, so what have we got on the euro Great British Pound? Let's go back. Let's go back to a lower time frame. We'll look at the 4 hour again and just see what it looks like. Now for me, this looks like we're going into support, and we're going to get a nice green candle coming out of here, and most probably get a long trade going back up to resistance. But if that doesn't work out and it breaks through this support, then it's going back down to the one we just drew in now, which is the main support. So you can look at this for a long trade. If it doesn't pay off, you're going to get a short trade coming out of the bottom here. If it breaks through this level, take the short trade because it'll go all the way to the bottom. If it bounces here and gives you a green candle, take the long trade. It'll go back up to resistance. So the euro Great British Pound is still looking kind of bullish, especially with this long run up here. It's just sort of recovering down. I think it might carry on straight back up. Shall we have a look at what gold is doing this last week? Gold. Yes, gold. Oh, good old gold. Still long. Nothing wrong here. Staying with a long trade. Quite happy with that. There's a bit of demand here, so there's some money lying here, some orders, so you can wait for it to come into this level, take that money and go straight back up again. That's as pretty straightforward as it gets. Let me just take this one out of here because you don't want that. So should come back down into this level, take these orders and go straight back up. Why is this a level? Look at the green bars coming out from that red bar. 100%. There's loads of movement there. Look, it's come back and taken some money here and gone up. So I don't know if it's going to come back again, but it's still long and it looks like a decent long trade. So yeah, and there is support in this level, lots of support. Watch out for that. I'm happy with gold as a long trade. Brent crude, we always look at Brent crude because that's also another popular trade. And as I said to you last week, Brent crude tends to trade within its range. It's quite a far range, 100 to 65, and this one at around 74. The risk reward wasn't really good to go short, but if you wanted to go short, you could have. It would have taken you maybe a little bit further, but you would have lost on that trade. It's broken its structure, it's gone long again. So from this 75 level, if you'd taken a long, probably would have done a pretty good trade taking the long trade. But now there's a double top sitting here. You got to watch out for double tops, and there's a heavy resistance here. So I would be I'd lean more towards taking a short on this particular product, because I'm not going to go to the day chart. I'm just going to draw this in here because it's a pretty obvious level. And if you look at this, probably go into that resistance level and go short. Risk to reward, the short looks like the more reasonable trade. Just wait for a big red candle coming out of Brent crude, giving you that nice short trade. And the bonus trade for next week, the one that I told you about, the VIX. I always trade the VIX. Look at the VIX. I'm not drawing any lines on this chart, guys. You can see for yourself. There's your level, somewhere around the 14, 15. Start buying in. Start buying in. Scale into the trade. Take it in 4 trades. So start at 15, end at 13 if necessary, if it keeps going down. This you'll have to hold and you'll have to wait for it to do something. It's going to take a long time for this trade to play out. Just remember, this is not a trade that's going to play out overnight. This is a trade that's going to play out over either a few weeks or a few months. But try and get in sooner rather than later. I expect the market will be rather volatile in the near future, so you might get something out of it. What I showed everyone earlier is if you look at the weekly, it gives you a much clearer picture of how this guy works. You see, it stays at the bottom here. This is where you buy in and you wait and you hold. And even if it only goes to this level, you're making an absolutely huge profit. But these spikes are immense. These spikes are absolutely fantastic. It's when the market goes a little bit crazy. If you've been sitting on this for weeks on end at the 15 level, you are going to pay fees for it, just by the way, don't forget that. But if you've been sitting on it and it takes that, you make an absolute fortune if you've got enough in your bag, let's say. So that is a trade that you can most definitely look at. Even if you go to the day, you can see it just sits nicely on this level. On this particular chart, it seems to sit around the 12. So I normally start buying in just below the 15, and I'll sort of, if I want to have 1,000, I'll buy 250, and then I'll buy another 250, and until I've got about 1,000, then I'll just sit and hold them until it goes all the way up to wherever it goes. Now, here's the thing, guys. You have to hold this. It is going to cost you in fees. So just bear in mind, it's a swing trade. If you're trading on prop firms or funded trading, it might become a problem, because the one thing you have to worry about with prop firms is drawdown. Now, if you're sitting on a trade like this, you might get a little bit of drawdown. I know I've done this over and over again for years, and many a time I've sat in a reasonable loss for quite a long time before it makes a huge profit. So just be very careful of that. Be careful of your drawdown on this particular product, because it is going to give you a headache in that area. But it generally doesn't go below 10. It generally doesn't go to 0. So you can put your stop loss around the 10 level to be safe. 9 times out of 10, it's going to make you a reasonable profit. So now that we've looked at the charts, and now that we know what's going to happen next week, let's see how we go. Let's see if it goes long or if it goes short. Let's see if we're fake or not fake. But at least now you know what the indexes look like, you know what the currencies look like, and you know a little bit about the markets and what the commodities look like. I'm hoping to keep this video going every weekend. It's for you guys on the weekend so that you can determine kind of what's happening and what's going on and what's been for the week and that sort of thing. That's where I'm going with this particular video. So this isn't actually a training video as such, or as much as a little bit more insight into the markets, because you've been doing the overall every video showing you how to trade support and resistance, how to trade with supply and demand, that sort of thing. But you know, this is just a little bit more insight into the markets, and as I said, I might actually go a little bit live soon, and we can sort of graduate as we go and grow the channel, the community as we go, and see where we end up with it. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope it helps you. I hope it's been an improvement on your trading week, and I hope you have a great and wonderful trading week next week. Don't forget to come back for Monday's video. Monday's video is going to show you everything a trader really needs to know when trading and how to get ahead with your trading game. But once again, it's all about the systems that I use and the strategies I use to be profitable in the stock market. And I'm sure quite a few of you have become more profitable now that you're using the systems that are more simple and less complicated. Guys, thanks for watching. Till Monday. Cheers, thanks, and bye.